Hi everyone, it's Sarah Berry here from stampwithsarah.co.uk. Today I'm going to show you how to make this cute kangaroo card. You can see he's got a little koala in his pouch, and the sentiments, the greetings in this stamp set, Animal Outing, have two separate ones, so you can use them independently. So you've got welcome for a welcome card, and then if you combine it with the little one, you've got welcome little one. So I thought that was fun to use for a baby card, that just a little bit of something that's a little bit different, and also great if you don't know the sex of the baby. Perhaps something like this might be suitable. So let's begin. You need a few things. I've got some blends here to colour in the kangaroo, the stamps obviously. The other ones in the set are these, giraffe, rhino with a bird on his horn here, and some great greetings. I've got some dies here, the smallest stitched circle and the largest stitched circle. And then I've got some strips of the pattern paper that matches this stamp set. It's called Animal Expedition. So I've just got little tiny strips which are 4 by 3/4 of an inch. And that's going to be the base, the background of our card front. So I've just glued mine down randomly. I like that they're not particularly straight, because then if you make them deliberately wonky, nobody can look at them and think they're not straight. So just add a little bit of Tombow on the back of each of them, and I just worked my way down really. Let's open that out. So I'm going to copy this exactly. So I've got the giraffe one, and then a triangular pattern, like that, and then this green. There's all animals on the back, so I would say I'm using the reverse side of the papers. One is definitely bold with all the patterns, and the other side is more subtle and fun little pictures of these animals. Oh, I've done the wrong one. It doesn't matter. So this is great for using up little scraps of paper like this. I never throw anything away. And then this last one, actually, I decided that I'd like the birds on the other side of it rather than the pink, to try and stay away from either an obvious pink card or a blue card, trying to keep this very neutral. So I've gone for the birds on that side. Okay, so that's the background. Next, what you need to do is do your stamping. So I'm using a thick Whisper White rather than the thinner Whisper White that we have. I'm using our standard black, which is the Memento ink, and the Memento is perfect for oops, I missed a bit. The Memento is great for doing our blends. It's not going to run. Like so, and then so I'll be cutting this out on the Big Shot now. Okay, so I've got my circles all cut out. Now we're going to do some colouring in with our blends, and the blends I'm using are Crumb Cake Light and Dark, and then I've got the light Petal Pink and the dark Soft Suede. So I'm starting off with the light Crumb Cake. I'm using the brush tip, and I'm going to give my kangaroo basically a coating of this, with the exception of his nose. using the brush tip because it has that point, and this is quite quite a small image really. The lines you're colouring in are quite close together, so I want that tip to help me get into all of these pieces. Okay, so just give that a general quick coating of the light crumb cake, and then we'll go back in, don't let that dry, with the dark crumb cake inside the ears, and then imagine the shapes of his face, so around his cheek, around his eyes. A good tip would be to follow where the shadows are, the actual shading on the stamps itself. Like that. Okay, and then I'll go back in with my light and basically touch that dark colour that I've just coloured in, and it just blends it together. I do like to just do little circles, just so I get an even coat, like so. I won't spend too long on it, but it just gives you an idea. And then the dark soft suede can go even darker on this shadow. In his ears, top of his head, and then always go back over with a lighter pen, just to smooth that out so it's not so sharp. Okay, and next we have his tummy. So you want, what I did is I've gone all over with the petal pink light. Avoid the koala. You want to hear that scratchy noise. And then I've gone round with the light crumb cake. You can see that come to life in a minute. It just gives the tummy a bit of shape, not just so it doesn't look quite so flat. Okay, and then one more colour which I seem to have put away is the Smokey Slate, and it's the light, and that just goes all over the koala. Again, I've kind of avoided his nose a little bit, just for a little bit of light colour. And there he is, one koala, and then underneath, because he's got a bit of shading, bit of shadow, you can, this is optional, just give him ground the image a little bit with a little bit of shadow underneath. So that's how you colour him in. I would maybe go over him again in the light brown, just to really encourage that brown to come through. So then that's really it. All we do is pop some of these dimensionals on the back. Only really needs 3. Place that about there, and then one on the back of this little welcome. Remember when my boys were little, and well, I just had the boys. You always remember the cards that are just a little bit different, and yeah, I think this would do the job. So this is crumb cake in what's it called? Classic weave. That's right. It's a classic weave ribbon. Little bow, and then just add a glue dot on the back. I don't fuss about with the wet glue because I always end up forgetting it's not glued down. So at least I know that's permanently on there. One tail, another tail. Okay, that's it. So I hope you like my card. It's very quick and very simple, but I think it's really effective. You'll have to let me know what you think to it and what other uses you'd have for this stamp set. Thank you so much. I will see you again in the next video. Take care. Bye.